Day in the life of Steve. Good morning, Steve.
What's going on?
What are we doing today?
You'll be following me around for a typical prep morning. 8 o'clock in the morning. It's typically when I start my day. So I'm not particularly doing any specific recipe. Gonna be trying to talk to you guys a little bit as I do one of my typical mornings. It's gonna be a tough job for you because you gotta follow me around because I ain't stopping for you. Starting creme caramels, roast potatoes, meat sauce. I gotta ice a chocolate cake. I gotta do some Italian sausage for our sausage panini, and I gotta process all my chicken for the week. This is a light morning. This is a light morning, yeah. Yeah, so the mornings are pretty chaotic because I gotta get everything started. You know, like my roast potatoes will be in the oven for a couple hours. The meat sauce will be on the stove for a few hours. So, and I like to get as much of this stuff done before the rest of my crew shows up so that they have room to work. If they need the stoves and they need the ovens, that I got most of my stuff out of there. I'm always in a rush to do the stuff that takes a while, pretty quickly. You know, I'm gonna go get some stuff out of the back cooler. This is for the meat sauce. We prepared that yesterday. Fridge is really full at the start of the week. I could probably use another one. Saturday, this thing will be empty. It's supposed to be roast potatoes cut. Just making sure I'm not missing them. I guess you guys are gonna see me cut potatoes.
What do you got in those earphones?
I don't listen to podcasts or listen to books. I've done enough music, but I have the earbuds in because I do get, again, I'm chef owner, which means I get a lot of phone calls. I'll get calls from repair guys, inspectors, or staff, or suppliers, you know. Yeah, so. Let me put the oven on, check my sugar. Okay, it's oven on. That's I don't want to cut my fingers off while I'm doing some work here. That's my coffee, my water, my fruit. I do bring my own food from work. Greek yogurt. I've been back at the gym lately, so a couple boiled eggs and a bean salad I made, so that all came from work, from home. I get my bulk from me eating too late at night. Battle that my whole life, and I'm a bit of a stress eater. But I'm not a bad eater, you know. The problem is I'm more likely to have a sandwich right before I go to bed than to get into chocolates or chip or stuff like that, you know. And that's pretty much where I get my bulk. I've been a lot bigger in my life and I've been a lot smaller, so I'm somewhere in the middle right now.
What's your biggest?
My biggest was 360. My lowest was 210. And I'm floating around 270 right now. Part of the reason I was able to get that big is because I never stopped. You know, you're a kid. You're playing sports. I was like a hockey and goalie, linebacker in football. I got right into a physical job and I never felt my size. I never stopped, you know. I was still playing hockey. I was playing as a defenseman in the beer leagues in the 300s, you know, like, I don't know. I just, you know, but then age catches up, right? When you get a little older and then you're that size, then you start feeling it more than I did, let's say, in my 20s and 30s. So now it's just about trying to get healthy. I want to be there for my kids and my family. So, yeah. Let me check that sugar before I burn it. Yeah. Creme caramels were unexpected today. I didn't think I'd be doing that this morning, so. Sorry, that sugar is getting borderline, so. And gotta stay here now. I'm having trouble seeing the color of the caramel right now because it foamed up too much, so I'm gonna let it settle. We got a nice color. Yeah. Just putting some water in the pot. Gonna boil out because the caramel's sticky, so just to clean the pot, we're gonna boil this a bit. I'm going to put this in the dumpster. You can follow me if you want. Yeah. We got more snow again here. Let me get the potato dressing here. Just putting the mic down for 1 second because I don't want to get it covered in mustard. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. By the time I get done my prep, this apron's gonna be. This is why we wear them. Trying to always show the kitchen side of it. We're gonna get the meat sauce on. So we've done meat sauce videos already. So anybody who's seen the video, this is just carrots, onions, and celery, and this is our ground veal. We grind it all here, so it's gonna go in the pot. This is gonna be about a half a cup of basil. Meat sauce once a week. Yeah, it's a pretty big recipe. We're only open 5 nights. A lot of people don't know that. We're open 5 nights and only for lunches. Get my big ass spoon.
Lunches?
Sorry, that's only for dinner. We're not open for lunch. 4. That's the salt.
Ever thought of opening a second location?
You never know what the future holds, but this particular restaurant is hard. It's very hands-on. It's very prep heavy. I know the internet likes to mock sometimes about the way we do certain things, you know, but I can guarantee you there's only a handful of us left compared to the amount of restaurants that are out there in the world that are prep heavy like we are. Okay, there's a reason like Cisco's and GFS's are taking over the industry because they can literally provide you an entire restaurant prepackaged. And there's people out there using it, people out there buying it, and people out there selling it. And it's always going to be, you know, it's the new era and things. A lot of warriors out there on the internet as well. Guys that hustle and make everything in house as well. But I also see that they're the ones that are getting bashed the most on the internet. I'm gonna run this back in the back fridge. I'm gonna come back with some Italian tomatoes. I'll be right back. Sorry. Yeah, I don't wanna. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a little noisy, guys. Sorry. From Bruno and Nick. He's been supplying me for over 20 years. Still a family-owned company. I stick to companies like that as much as I can because if ever I have an issue, I can still call the sales guy, the owner of the company, speak to him directly and say, listen, this and this, what's going on? So with a lot of the big companies, you know, you have trouble just getting your order in the next 5 hours, you know? Okay. A pasta with chicken. Put my foot down. Fun. I'm trying to put my foot down a bit more. We'll leave that there for now. Yeah, it's 5 to 9. Potatoes in the oven, meat sauce on the stove. Creme caramels are halfway there. Let's get the creme caramels in the oven, and then we'll ice the cake. Do you want to follow me to get eggs, or could I just go?
I need a coffee.
Breakfast. While the coffee's brewing, I'm just gonna get the custard mix ready for the creme caramel. So, cup of sugar. Costco vanilla, everybody recognize that one. Where are you gonna find a better price? I'm gonna zest. There you go. Just a bit of zest, not too much in there. Sorry, why am I pouring this so slow? Okay. Milk. Wouldn't be dessert if just a touch in this one. A little more Marsala wine. Any job is tedious after a while. Everything repeats in every job, so it's nothing new. You know, I just, you know, you gotta enjoy the parts of the job, like the people and the action. Lost a shell there. I'm gonna have to go get it. Okay. Everything's important. You know, there's no bad job. Every aspect of the restaurant. I'm just gonna transfer the eggs here slowly. The eggshells will stay in the other container there. I'm just gonna warm this mixture a little bit. I want to break the cold from the fridge, so this will only be like a minute or so. These go into the pizza oven, so I'm gonna carry them over here now. I like to wait, you know, 20 or so minutes for the caramel to really harden before I add the custard mixture, we'll say, so that it doesn't make the caramel boil over. That's why I made the caramel, then I came back to it a little later.
How many coffees a day?
When I'm at work, I lose count. Out of work, maybe 3 a day. I actually like the flavor of coffee, so it's been on long enough. It really is not hot at all. I just broke the cold, so now it goes in, and we take it over here. I'm just gonna pour it back into the measuring cup. It's gonna be easier to pour into the ramekins, and that's it. And I'm gonna hit the oven. I'm just getting rid of the air bubbles. Let me just get something. We're gonna ice a cake quick. 10-inch cake board. Time check, 10 after 9. It's not my favorite day to work because it's chicken day. I don't like processing chicken. It takes me a while. I do like 3 different preparations. Don't like the feel of it, so you can't always do what we like. So So we're making a chocolate whipped cream icing, by the way. I know people like to crack jokes about, hey, that probably sells for $40 on the menu or whatever, whatnot, but then they actually go to my website and check my prices and they're like, oh, wow, really? You know, because we still, you know, keep our prices fairly reasonable because we can, because we do, you know, we make everything in-house, you know, so. First rule of Fight Club. No, just joking. Yeah. All right.
I missed you icing that whole cake.
Yeah. I'm getting set up. I'm gonna make the Italian sausage patties that we do for our sausage sub, because there's probably about 100 patties to make. So this is just basically the, I'm just preparing the papers that the patties are gonna go on, okay? I'll get the spices ready. So I'm just weighing out the spice mix. No other way to do this. I could probably use a whisk, but for the garlic powder, I wanna make sure there's no clumps. My pork comes in ground, 10 kilo bags. So measure the spices out for 10 kilos. I have it memorized. I do it every week, so. So I used to mix this by hand, but there's days where I do like 40 kilos of this stuff, which is like 4 bags. So I decided might as well get it in the mixer. Throw in half. I gotta portion it out before I patty it. So 105 to 112 around there. 96 pieces. I'll just form it into like a little ball. Get them on this tray over here. You gonna try to go live?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's boring repetitions. I could probably answer any questions if anybody's actually watching. So we're back. Sorry, we got distracted. We did our first TikTok live for about half an hour while I've been pattying all this sausage. So this is the sausage we were weighing before. We're pattying it. I'm just finishing this up, and you guys want to? We're gonna unlock a new character. Daniel, YouTube world. This is Daniel. Yeah, that's how I make myself look small.
Yeah, I guess so.
Daniel's like in his early 20s, a fantastic frying pan guy. He's been giving me some, he's such a fast learner that I may be able to take some nights off and see my family a bit more. So thank you, Daniel, for that. So hopefully we'll probably be seeing Daniel in some future videos as well down the line there. We're never in a rush. We do things bit by bit here, but we figured we'd unlock a new character. Yeah, there you go. So the purpose of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, also I had one too many there, see? The purpose of this video was just a day in the life of, but I'm sure we're gonna film some short and long formats of this whole process from start to finish for the submarine. But it's gonna be a big shoot, and I'm probably gonna need some help with it because we have a lot of different elements that go into it. Yeah, if you guys want to see some more in a day in the life of, I mean, some of it's gonna repeat because I mean, there's some stuff I do every day, right? And you know, that I had that sinking feeling that I was burning the creme caramels. I forgot we took them off though. Okay, yeah. So if you like the day in the life of, then we'll try to do it from time to time. I mean, this is actually the third time we do this.
Second,
right? But the first one was really long, so we'll. Anyways, we're always working, so we can always film. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Take it easy.